Purdue Fort Wayne's Community Arts Academy is dedicated to instilling an appreciation of the arts in children by offering summer camps and year-round classes in art, music, theater, and dance. And joining me today is their director of the Community Arts Academy, Molly Papeir, and the professor of media production, Art Herbig. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Doing really well.
Great.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so you know we love all things arts and creativity around here. So I just love that you all are offering a summer camp, but for a variety of different talents and arts. So why don't you start off by giving us an overview of your summer academy?
So basically this summer we have things for kids ages pre-K to, well, do we have 12? Yes, to 12. We have music camps that are residential. We have a piano camp where you stay in the dorms. We have a clarinet camp where you also stay in the dorms for a week. Oh. And those draw kids from all over, not just from Fort Wayne, all over the state. The director of our clarinet camp came from Bloomington, and so she has connections, as well as her husband, who also directs the camp, all over the state. So both those camps are happening in June. Also in June is our 29th annual summer string camp, and that is for grades K to 12. And in that camp, we also cater to kids that have literally just picked the instrument up. And that camp's a little bit shorter, so you show up, kind of learn how to play whichever string instrument you're interested in, and then you leave at noon. The other kids that have played longer stay till 2.
Okay.
We have 2 art camps, one of which unfortunately is sold out.
Already,
we couldn't sell them out last summer. I don't know what's going on, but we have 3 Fort Wayne Community School art teachers working with us this summer. The one that is not sold out is for pre-K to grade 2. It's called the Mini Makers Camp, and that is taught by Stephanie Bellinger, who works at Forest Park Elementary.
Okay.
And so that, I believe, is in July. I'd really like to highlight the camps that are for our middle school kids. We have a music technology camp, a virtual reality camp, and Art is here to talk about our first ever video production camp.
Yes, first ever. Well, that's so exciting. Okay, so Art, you are the professor of media and all that great stuff. So what do you feel that this class will bring to the academy?
You know, it's funny because, you know, our 6th to 8th graders now are very technologically savvy, right? In terms of we've got the technology, we play with it, we got our phones and those kinds of things, but oftentimes they don't understand the medium as like a way to tell stories, right? It's it's snippets and bits and those kinds of things. And what we wanted to do is give them a chance to see this not as just something they do for social media or something they do, for their personal interactions, but something they do for art and create stories and be a storyteller. And so this is an opportunity for them to pick up an actual camera with lenses and lights and microphones and be able to see this. Sometimes when you come and you see the big equipment and those kinds of things, and we're running this down in College TV, so we've got our studio, we've got all those kinds of things. It's really easy for it to feel big and overwhelming, and one of the things we want to do is introduce them to these skills and these bits of equipment and those kinds of things in ways that make it accessible. Right? That I can come in and I can grab this camera and I know what an iris is, as opposed to allowing my phone to kind of dictate for me creatively what I can do.
Right.
And so it's really exciting to get a chance to kind of work with the younger students because ultimately the younger students become the older students at some point. And so, having an opportunity to connect with them and to teach them and hopefully build that groundwork for them so that they can come and work with us later on projects is always the kind of goal. At PFW, we're really focused on allowing the student to have their voice. I don't want students to come in and tell my stories. I don't want them to make my movies. I want them to have a chance to creatively come up with something that represents them and allows them to get their voice out into the world meaningfully.
Right, and I love that you said basically the skills that they will pick up will be tangible in a sense. Like it'll make sense, they can connect the dots and kind of get an understanding. So because of social media and smartphones, they kind of have a basis, right? And so you're taking that knowledge and taking it to the next level. And so will it be the production side only? Will they get like on-camera opportunities? What is the flow?
My goal with every student comes through my door is to listen to them and hear what they need and find out what they need to bring, what they want to take away from the program. And so, I've joked on many times. I had a student one time who came in and wanted to be a hockey broadcaster. And we worked with that student on camera as well as creating things, and now he works for the Dallas Stars.
Oh, wow.
And so the fact is that one of the first things I do with the camp, with my students at PFW, one of the first things I do is try to listen to them and figure out where they want to take these things, and then help guide them to things that will allow them the skills to get them to where they want to go.
To get them there. And so what is the age on your camp?
It's 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yep.
6 to 8th grade. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's that junior high age to get them prepared. I love that.
Yep.
And so for the different classes, Molly, where can people go to learn more, to register? When is registration open right now? I'm sure it's going to close soon.
Great question. I know. The really savvy families have booked everything up, their whole summer up. So registration opened on February 1st. It's open now. You just go to pfw.edu/camps.
Okay.
And I wanted to point out really quickly, Art touched on this, what's really great about our camps is it exposes kids and families to college. Just the idea of it, feeling comfortable on campus. And so since we serve so many first-generation kids at PFW, this is a great way to just dip your toes into a college setting.
Yeah, that's nice. Therefore, it doesn't feel so intimidating. And they're like,
Exactly.
oh, I can see myself there. And going to PFW.
And the families, too, can see what college is all about.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming in and sharing about this summer experience. And if you'd like more information about Purdue Fort Wayne's Community Art Academy, their summer camp is happening all throughout the summer, and you can actually register now. We'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.